I got smoked pork ham hocks. I got smoked turkey.
Stories new at 6. Embattled Dolton Mayor Tiffany Henyard is mounting a re-election bid. Henyard made the announcement in a post on her Facebook.
Thornton Township and the Village of Dolton are at the center of a real-life political drama, with self-proclaimed super mayor Tiffany Henyard caught in the middle. From turkey giveaways turned PR stunts to accusations of financial mismanagement, Henyard's reign as both mayor and supervisor has been anything but dull. Amidst talks of evictions and growing controversy, many are left questioning whether Henyard has crossed the line from bold leadership to political opportunism.
South suburban leaders spent the last few days handing out free turkeys ahead of Thanksgiving. But in Thornton Township, the trustees say embattled supervisor Tiffany Henyard.
The annual turkey giveaway in Thornton Township, a holiday tradition for years, took a controversial turn this year. Tiffany Henyard, all smiles as she handed out smoked turkeys and hams, proudly proclaimed herself the super mayor and people's supervisor. While the event seemed like a heartwarming gesture meant to help those in need, not everyone was convinced it was just about goodwill. Some critics saw it as a PR stunt aimed at boosting Henyard's political image rather than genuinely helping the community.
She is endorsing a new board, but not announcing who they are just yet, instead promising to name them later this month. Henyard is under investigation by the FBI.
Critics, including trustees Christopher Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle, have accused Tiffany Henyard of using the turkey giveaway event as a distraction from the more pressing issues facing Thornton Township. Gonzalez has been particularly outspoken, expressing concerns that Henyard's push to hold meetings around the giveaway is less about helping residents and more about advancing her own political agenda. Is there such desperation to get us to a meeting? Gonzalez asked, noting Henyard's apparent determination to push votes on spending initiatives that many trustees consider excessive. The turkey giveaway is just one part of the ongoing tensions in the township's leadership. Henyard has been trying to appoint a new trustee to fill the seat vacated by Jerry Jones, who resigned in October. However, Gonzalez and Carlisle have refused to attend meetings, effectively blocking Henyard from achieving the quorum she needs to appoint her preferred candidate. The trustees argue that the appointment process should involve community input, not just be decided by the supervisor's office. Let it go to the people, let them decide, Gonzalez emphasized, stressing that the board is committed to being financially responsible and preventing Henyard from making unchecked decisions.
The meeting wrapped up early because two trustees, as you mentioned, did not show up, Chris Gonzalez and Carmen Carlisle. Without them, not enough board members were present to make official.
Tiffany Henyard has a different take on the situation, claiming the trustees' boycott is a political stunt designed to block progress in the township. In a fiery 50-minute video posted after one of the canceled meetings, Henyard didn't hold back, referring to her critics as judgesses and accusing them of conspiring to destroy her reputation. She even hinted at legal action, saying, "When I sue, everybody knows I'm coming for defaming my name, defaming my character in this conspiracy to destroy Tiffany Henyard. I will come for everyone." The drama deepens with scrutiny over Henyard's financial management as accusations of lavish spending and questionable priorities mount. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot was brought in to investigate Dolton's finances, and one particularly shocking transaction revealed over $1,000 spent on Amazon in a single day. Critics have called this behavior irresponsible at best and corrupt at worst, adding fuel to the already heated political fire.
Like a misspending of tax funds, I think that's the biggest. That's the biggest.
Tiffany Henyard has dismissed concerns over her financial management, pointing to initiatives like a proposed 100% property tax refund for residents. She claims the township has millions set aside for this program. However, Gonzalez and other critics remain unconvinced. 100% of what? 100% to who? Gonzalez questioned, emphasizing the lack of details and planning surrounding the initiative. He also pointed out that implementing such a program would be a massive undertaking, requiring much more preparation than Henyard seems to have done. While Henyard promotes the property tax refund as a groundbreaking initiative, many see it as a political stunt designed to win votes ahead of the upcoming elections. Both residents and trustees have raised concerns about how the program could be funded without further pushing the township into debt. Gonzalez highlighted the lack of transparency regarding the source of the funds, leading many to suspect that the program is either unfeasible or reliant on misappropriated resources.
To hear these things or to kind of see some of the receipts that appear to be connected to it, and I think the taxpayers really deserve better.
The lack of transparency surrounding Tiffany Henyard's leadership has raised broader concerns, with many describing her style as unilateral and dismissive of dissenting voices. Trustees accuse her of sidelining them during crucial financial discussions, often unveiling major initiatives without prior consultation. She doesn't want oversight, she wants control, said Trustee Carlisle in a recent statement. This approach has fostered a toxic environment within the township leadership, with board meetings frequently descending into shouting matches and abrupt walkouts. The dysfunction has left residents frustrated, as essential township services and programs remain in limbo. Meanwhile, many residents are questioning whether the proposed property tax refund will ever come to fruition, or if it's just another of Henyard's flashy promises with little follow-through. A local Dolton business owner expressed skepticism, saying, "I've been in this town for decades and I've seen leaders come and go, but I've never seen anything like this. They'll say whatever they need to in order to get reelected, and we're the ones left holding the bag." This sentiment is echoed by many who feel Henyard's initiatives, while impressive on paper, often lack the substance and planning needed to make a meaningful impact on the community.
The bill, which we're going to speak before the Revenue Committee, to give everybody $5,000 on their income taxes when they file.
The issue of public safety has added to the controversy surrounding Tiffany Henyard's leadership, particularly her decision to appoint Ronald Burge as Dolton's new police chief. According to the Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board, Burge is not legally qualified to serve, as his certification is inactive and he hasn't completed required training since 2021. Despite this, Henyard pushed through his appointment, sparking outrage among trustees and residents. Trustee Kiana Belcher called the move illegal and vowed to challenge it in court. Meanwhile, residents have voiced frustration over what they perceive as a pattern of unqualified hires and mismanagement within the police department.
You're using public funds for something that taxpayer dollars shouldn't be.
As if the political turmoil weren't enough, Tiffany Henyard is also facing personal legal issues. Her landlord, Jenna Tull, has filed an eviction lawsuit against Henyard and her boyfriend, accusing them of failing to pay rent since August. Tull, who once considered Henyard a friend, claims she felt pressured to rent her property to the mayor in 2021. Now, she alleges the couple owes thousands in back rent and has even changed the locks to prevent Henyard from accessing the property. At some point, you have to understand that karma is going to catch up to you, Tull said. Just pay rent.
They lead without bias. At the conclusion of this investigation, I will provide an assessment of the findings and the recommendations.
The eviction case is just the latest layer in a growing pile of scandals surrounding Tiffany Henyard. Federal investigators have reportedly issued subpoenas related to her spending in both Dolton and Thornton Township, and critics have accused her of using township resources for personal gain. Despite the mounting controversy, Henyard remains undeterred, recently announcing her bid for re-election and confidently predicting a landslide victory. "They know the truth, and I am committed and determined to continue fighting for my village for the next 4 years," she said in a statement. Meanwhile, residents and trustees are becoming increasingly frustrated with the state of affairs. Public meetings have turned into battlegrounds, with heated exchanges and even police interventions. At one recent meeting, a resident criticized Henyard for focusing more on protecting herself than addressing community concerns. Did we hear any plans about guns? No, it's about protecting her. It ain't about protecting the village, the resident said. Even Henyard's own supporters are starting to question her leadership. One commenter on social media wrote, "Dolton PD needs to be fired and disbanded. Some officers need to be arrested. The sheriff needs to take over." Another added, "I think that's why Tiffany has these events in Dolton. She can control the police to take care of things." These sentiments reflect a growing sense of disillusionment among residents who feel their mayor is more focused on her own image than on serving the community.
Investigations from federal entities. Those entities, as we know, can take anywhere from 2 months to 5 years. We feel this option will.
Despite the growing controversy, Tiffany Henyard remains determined to stay the course. She has repeatedly defended her actions, accusing opponents of playing politics and spreading misinformation. In one memorable Facebook Live rant, Henyard lashed out at her critics, saying, "Why is it with me in my life y'all don't hear my side? Y'all judge off the one side of the narrative that's out in the world, but never hear from me."
This is your super mayor, Tiffany Henyard, the people's mayor. We out here taking care of the business of the people.
The narrative surrounding Tiffany Henyard is far from flattering. From allegations of corruption to legal battles and public outcry, her time in office has been anything but smooth. With the 2025 elections fast approaching, the stakes couldn't be higher. Will she manage to hold on to her position, or will the growing opposition finally unseat the so-called super mayor? Only time will tell, so what do you think? Is Tiffany Henyard a bold leader fighting for her community, or is she using her position for personal gain? And how do you feel about the trustees' decision to boycott meetings? Are they standing up for accountability, or are they simply playing politics? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this